Good after. Oh, it is afternoon. It is
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm Mr. Truman. So, welcome to the Truman Show.
Careful for stuff falling out of the sky.
Yeah, like lights. Like there's just
Like
randomly
lights.
a light falls out. So do you ever wonder, like, if you're in something like that? Like if something's like controlling everything that you're doing, and
Yeah, we're in a simulation right now. I've heard
we are.
that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. So, anyways, welcome to Colin is so we're at home, but Colin is broadcasting from a bathroom today. He's not feeling well, so he just did it straight from the toilet.
You wish. This is not an X-rated show. So we've talked about that construction I've been having at my house, and so now
Oh yeah, okay.
it's on two sides of my house. So there's construction in the backyard and construction on the side yard. And
So you needed to go to the bathroom.
I needed to go to a place as far away from those two walls as I possibly
Yeah.
could.
Okay, makes sense.
So I'm in the hallway. It does look like there's doors all around.
Right,
It's
yeah.
like
It
there's
looks
a linen
like-
closet. There's a child's bedroom. There's light bulbs.
Well, when you first popped in, like your head was like super low, and it's like, okay, he's in a bathroom. Like he's literally calling me from the toilet right now.
The bathroom door is right beside me, but it is.
You never know. The bathroom might be a good place for you to broadcast from. It's completely secure, you know?
People record when they're like at home and they don't have a recording studio. You heard about that. You hear about that. Like,
from
I
the
recorded
bathroom.
in the bathroom. It's echoey and tiled.
All right. So welcome to Fattest Guys in the Room. I am Josh. This guy pooping is Colin. So-
I'm Colin, and I swear I'm sitting in the hallway.
I still don't believe him. He even showed me. I don't believe him. All right. Anyways, so quick word from our sponsor. So Fattest Guys in the Room is sponsored and powered by QEH2. And QEH2 has released what's called the Tech Bud. The Tech Bud is a great little place for you to get your computer a friend. So everybody right now is stuck working from home. They're doing school from home. Your computer's no different. And it used to have a bunch of friends in the office. Now it doesn't anymore. Has no one to talk to. So get the Tech Bud. Go to www.thetechbud.com or www.qeh2.com and click the link for a little buddy. Okay? Get yourself a little buddy. Start your free trial today. The Tech Bud. All right.
Awesome.
We done?
Awesome. We're done.
All right.
Done. We're good.
All right, so we should tell our listeners that we've talked about my injury, and what we've learned is that the other guy in the office, he's a big wimp apparently. He might be listening to this, but his surgery, quote unquote, was basically an outpatient procedure, much like a dental procedure. So he's up and running around.
He's jumping
and
around.
Totally fine.
He's jumping all over the place now.
So the doctor, however, has told me very specifically that after my surgery, it's going to be at least a week before I'm even able to walk, and then 4 to 6 weeks before I'm able to get around like a normal person. So instead of how are you fat this week, we're going to shift focus to the fat tip of the week. Colin and I are going to give you a big fat tip every week. And that's okay. Yeah, saying that out loud is up.
I don't think we're gonna do that. We recognize that Josh can't walk right now, and
Can't walk.
he won't be able to walk for a little while, and so we'll be a little bit more informative.
I am working this upper body though.
Oh well, yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you are.
That's
But
right.
We'll talk a lot about. We'll talk more tips on what to do and how to do it, because for a little bit here, for the next little while, Josh isn't going to be able to be doing a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm not like like this morning. So I got dressed in the dark, right? Because it's dark in the morning now. I needed to go get the kids, so I got dressed in the dark. You know, I got my shirt, my pants put on correctly. Then I got downstairs and realized I had two different shoes on. So I had one bright pink, my shoe that's our logo, and then my Simpson shoe on the other foot. And because of that,
how do you not know this?
It was dark.
Oh my gosh. How do you not know this?
So that happened, and then I got downstairs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going upstairs again. I'm down for the remainder. I'm not doing it. And so I just left the mixed match shoes on.
Oh, that's nice.
But I mean, that just goes to show, like, I can't hardly do anything. Like, I tried to make like just something as simple as getting up to make a drink or make breakfast or lunch or anything like that is insanely difficult because every step is kind of agony. So I can't do much of anything. I definitely can't run. I can't ride my bicycle. I can't skateboard or rollerblade or even, figure skate. I can't do that right now.
And you had such a good figure skating.
I know. I was on my
going.
way. Well, it's funny. So we like that show Catfish, right? And we were looking at the little clips for Dancing with the Stars, and we saw the guy from Catfish, and so it's like, okay, have to watch this because we see that guy all the time. And so we're watching it, and my brain instantly goes to, man, I'm so jealous of that guy's knees right now. Look at his knees. Look at it. Look at him go. Look at those knees.
Well, that's a little weird.
I started doing that though. Like I turned on football the other night, and I'm like, man, look at those knees. Oh, that guy's got such strong knees.
Look at how they bend. Look at how they bend.
Look at that. Look at that flexibility. He can stand unsupported. I'm so jealous.
So with Josh being jealous of everyone's knees and having some weird thoughts now.
Oh, it's weird. I never realized how much I took my knees for granted until I started envying other people's knees. Like, I'm like, oh, look at that strong knee.
Oh man. So we're like we said, we're gonna just focus a little bit more on things that we can do, training tips, what we can do, especially. I mean, it's still today's gonna be a little chilly. It's 75 degrees instead of 100.
Oh, it's cold in the house. Yeah, it's like a little chilly.
So a little chilly now. So people may stop wanting to get outside and train here the next few weeks. The season's gonna change. Right. So. Right. We're gonna start just making more suggestions and helpful ideas on what to do over upcoming fall and winter months, and how to train when you're injured, because one of us is injured.
Right. Well, we talked about that last week. Is how to train without legs, because you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. You ain't got no legs.
That's right.
Lieutenant Dan. I'm so jealous of Forrest's knees right now.
So let's talk about some gear that you can use or that's coming out.
No. Let's get a tip. Let's get a training tip. Let's get a big fat tip. Let's do that first. So Colin, instead of how are you fat this week, what's your tip for this week? What's your tip for this week?
My training tip for this week
is
in adversity builds muscle a lot more than you think. And so if you go outside when it's all rainy and wet and snowy or cold in the mornings, and dark now that it's getting, you still got to do it. You still just got to do it. That's really it.
Well, they say adversity builds character, and that's why I'm so cool, because my whole life is just a constant show, except for Shelby. So hey, what's our time now?
Remember that at 8:13. I'm gonna write that one down. 8:13.
My bright spot is Shelby, and Shelby, I love you. So that's my bright spot in this world right now. But everything else is just a complete and utter disaster. So next week we'll have some better ideas on what to do, because like I said, Colin's essentially saying make it hard. That's what Colin's saying. He's like
keep going. You may think this is hard. I don't want to do this today. It's dark. It's chilly in the mornings. It's like 50 degrees now in the mornings, 55, which is perfect.
55.
Oh, I love it. I love that. I love that temperature in the mornings.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So that's it. That's a tip. The tip. And I wasn't fit. The fattest tip?
Yeah, no. See, you don't have that.
We're gonna be beeping. We should be beeping that.
I know. We're gonna have to readjust this.
Next week we're gonna think of something else. Something else to call that. So let's talk about some gear.
No. I have to do mine now. Gosh.
Oh, I thought we were just doing one. I thought
we were just trying to
What's yours?
Shuffle me off.
What's
if it's like smoky and there's fire all around you, don't go for a run. It's that simple.
True.
If you're in California right now, stay inside. Right. Maybe get in your Tesla, because you're so cool and you need a Tesla. And you're out in California in your Tesla. Just get in your Tesla, because it has all that filtering and stuff in there, because you have to be hermetically sealed if you're driving an electric car.
Ooh. Well, it's smoky here in Colorado again today. So.
Is it still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking
there was
Shelby,
a bubble.
like, is
there was
there still
there was
another?
like there was like a donut hole around like over Yukon, Colorado, like the last 2 days. And the wind shifted, and now the smoke has descended upon.
Okay,
again.
that explains it. Yeah,
So
it was
it is
funny.
smoky
So we
again
were in
today.
like a Simpsons level dome, like we were just in the dome.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's pretty much how we were for 2 days. So the smoke
Okay.
is back. So
Nice.
be aware, it's very poor air quality right now.
Yeah, so if there's poor air quality, you can't go outside either. So I mean,
That's right.
yeah, stay
right.
inside, work out inside. So let's talk about some gear.
Let's talk about some gear.
Now I
Oh,
said
okay,
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you start? Why don't you start with your gear?
Okay, so the coolest thing right now, so there's some new gear out, and we've talked about gear before, but the one of the cool things that they're coming out with, so if you're doing any kind of planned runs or things like that, and you want to stay protected because, the big scary COVID is out there. It's big and scary, and it's coming for all of us. Yeah. So anyways, so the
I love how you looked out the window.
the COVID is coming for everyone, and it's like The Mist. You ever watch that movie, The Mist?
I did. I love the 1970s version. It's awesome.
Yeah, so everyone sneezes and there's a mist, and that's how you get COVID. So it's essentially that movie, just like in smaller doses. So
and less dead pirates, less zombie pirates in that one too. In real
zombie pirates, really?
That's what they were in the Mist, the original. Mist.
Yeah, but I mean, we're due for like a Sharknado.
Oh no, that was the fog. Maybe that was the fog.
Maybe that was the fog, but
The
we're
fog.
due for a Sharknado. That's what we're due for right now. So it's on its way. I mean, yeah,
Right.
somebody help us, okay? But anyways, so if you want to stay safe, you've got like a planned run, or let's say they're starting to open things up. They're doing marathons, but they're requiring masks, which sounds impossible, right?
It's gonna suck. It gets so hot. It gets so hot under the mask.
Yeah, so that's why we're bringing this up. It gets hot and it's hard to breathe, right?
It's so hot under
Under
that mask.
Under Armour has actually created a training mask, something that you can wear while you're training. It has that cooling gel on the inside of it. It's got like a bridge on it to keep it up off your nose, and they did stuff to allow airflow in, like better airflow, right? To where it still works, it still protects you and everything, but you get better airflow, you can breathe properly, and it keeps you cool. It's got a little cooling gel in there. So
Nice.
yeah, so that's one piece of gear that's new, that's out specifically for the big bad virus that's coming to get us all. It's coming.
Well,
It's on its way.
It happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Anyway, that's like the newest piece of gear that I know about. That's really cool, and that people should probably get. Makes things easier. The other thing you could do is just because facial coverings are required. What you could do is just take the mask and then cut the inside out of it completely, and then you can breathe just fine. And technically, you still have a covering on your face.
You can just tape your mouth shut too, I guess. That may work. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, they're saying that if you really want to live your best life, if you were to just take some plastic wrap and put it around your face and nose, that you could be awesome for about 40 seconds before it's over.
So we've got that. You got that. There's what I like to focus on is a lot of just clothing, because I get hot. I get super hot when I run.
Is that right?
I do.
I don't believe
I
you.
start sweating all the time. As soon as I start running, I just start sweating.
Yeah.
And
no, I believe that.
I'm always trying to focus on what kind of better clothing I can have.
Like a weight vest.
Like a weight vest. Oh, hey, my wound is finally healed. There's no more road rash on my back because of that mat or the weight vest. But
yeah,
I wore it, and it's still difficult. But I'm gonna get to a point where it's like, it's no big deal at all. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. But
nothing at all.
I'm always just concerned about just clothing, and so that's one thing that
You're
I
such
try
a
and focus
girl.
on. For wicking sweat away. For wicking the sweat, okay?
Well, but also it needs to be fashionable.
It
has to be
Has to be.
Fashion forward.
The people that see me run at 6 a.m. now in the dark, I mean, they really do care about what I wear. Mostly so they can see me and don't run me over. Not that I'm running in the street. That would be silly.
So that's the thing too. Like if you're dealing with clothes, it's darker now. It's going to start getting darker sooner. If you're going outside for a run, wear something so people can see you. Mm-hmm. Don't wear all black because that's not real smart. You know,
not at all.
It's not real smart. I mean, I've almost been hit during the day
by
cars. So I couldn't imagine like, oh yeah, I'm just in black on black on black and I'm running at nighttime. So just on the side of the road, like, whoa, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. And they still don't even see you after they hit you because you're still wearing all black.
Oh yeah. Did you hear about that guy, that congressman or whatever?
No.
He ran someone over, thought it was a deer, so he just went home, and then they discovered the body the next day.
Whoa.
He's like, yeah, I just thought it was a deer, so I went home.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't even stop to see if it was a werewolf, Ned Flanders, or anything. Like, he just went straight home.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is terrible. That is terrible. So the other gear that I've been focusing on right now, I think we said it earlier, is just a weight bench workout gear. Not that it's going to help with the running aspect, but better muscles all over. I mean, strengthening core, that's something that I'm always trying to focus on.
Your core does need more strength.
It's still helping. Yeah. I actually found the other day, did I tell you this? I found paper from like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, from
when you had your accident,
my last biggest injury.
Yeah.
And the physical therapist, and just reading through it all, and there was basically, it was I forget all the wording, but it was, my core is just gone because of the last that I had. And so it's just all this stuff for core work. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Hasn't changed much. That's still the diagnosis I have today. I got to work on the core.
On the core.
Equipment wise,
like if you've ever seen American Dad, there's an episode where Stan trains Steve on having better core strength, right? And then he just like whoops him. Like he just like outruns him and stuff. He's like, that's the last time I'm teaching anyone about core strength. Like it's so important for everything that you do, right? Mm-hmm. So get a little ab roller, do whatever you got to do, build up that core. But a lot of people neglect their back with their core. Mm-hmm. They think their core is just, their abs, but it's not. It's
I just want a 9-pack like Batman.
Yeah.
He gets
no.
extra ab.
Yeah, he has an extra one. I thought he had a 13-pack. It's like a 12-pack plus one.
No, I think it was an 8. It was an 8-pack, and then a 9th one just appears randomly. So
yeah, just right in the middle, just like
Lego Batman.
Lego Batman. Yeah
Lego Batman.
The real Batman, like all his knees are broken and he has no cartilage and he's about to die and all this other fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like 70 years old.
Be like Batman, but don't be like that with Batman.
Yeah, be like Lego Batman. Be like Will Arnett.
Yeah. So after seeing your setup, after seeing your setup yesterday, I was a little jealous of
the Smith
your
machine.
weight bench. Yeah, seeing that thing takes up 9 times of. Wait, no, what am I trying to say? Take like 9/10 of your garage. It's still a kind of a nice setup. Big old bench. You got the heavy bag there as well.
Yep. And I got the elliptical on the other side that you didn't see.
No, I saw that. No, I saw that.
Yeah.
So the gear. So hopefully wildfire season is going to die out here soon. So
yeah, hopefully. But I mean, everybody's going to get stuck inside. Like we were talking yesterday because our daughter, she loves the trampoline, right?
Yeah.
Like one of our daughters just absolutely loves the trampoline, and we're trying to figure out like what is she going to do in winter?
Right?
Because she's like so sad when she can't jump.
So now is the time to start looking on your Garage Sale app, I think it's called, and
Nextdoor. Nextdoor's the ticket. That's how we found the one that you have, was off of Nextdoor.
Oh, nice.
We also have a Bowflex if you would like it as well.
No,
I'm not even kidding. Like I have a Chuck Norris Bowflex.
I have to get rid of this one now to get the Bowflex because I don't have enough space.
Yes, you do. You have plenty of space. Use the garage.
I can't dedicate 9/10 of my garage to anything, right?
Why? Why?
Because I've got already stuff in there. I've got work going on around here.
Well, then you should probably clean up,
Well, once all the construction's done, I don't know. So now is going to be the greatest.
Oh, are you going to add a pull-up bar in the back?
No, but maybe I could.
Dude, you should just get a couple of 4x4s and create a pull-up bar.
Yeah,
there's another hot tip: make your own exercise gear.
Make a Ninja Warrior course out there.
Yeah, no,
be fun too. Yeah,
I can't do anything with that though. Like, I'm all focused on. I'm so jealous of your knees, Colin.
They are beautiful.
Donate a knee to me. Just donate one. Just give me.
All right. So, anyways, still now is the time to go out and try and find some of that exercise equipment because Beachbody season's over.
Right.
And I've talked to a lot of people that are like, "Oh yeah, I just really want to gear up for summer season because it's time to go to the beach and it's on this vacation."
There is no beach.
I've talked to people and it's like, "Oh, we're going on a cruise and we're done, so I don't want to do it anymore." Or they're still planning to go on a cruise next year, and now
tell people not to go on cruises. Could you imagine like being on that cruise that got stuck?
Right.
Like,
but there's a couple people I know that are already planning cruises for 2021, and now they're like, all right, it's time. I got to start working out now because I got 8 months before I get to go on my cruise. But if you think about it, a lot of people are now beach season's over, more or less. Mm-hmm. And so now a lot of people don't want to work out.
Beach season never started this year.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. And they're gonna be wanting to get rid of stuff. So right now I'm kind of looking for not 100% sure yet, but I'm looking for a new bike. I'm looking for a bike so that I'm actually not riding a mountain bike next year.
How dare you, sir?
I'm looking for a road bike. Maybe even a tri-bike. Triathlon.
Yeah. So,
but that's what I'm looking for right now. Scouring because people are just like, oh, we're gonna get.
They're just getting rid of stuff. But see, that's the big problem right now because of COVID. Like, if you were to look right now at the stores for workout gear, it's crazy expensive. Everything's super marked up because of COVID. All the big gym meatheads out there were like, yeah, I got to get my pump on. I got to build these buys. I got to get these biceps. That's all that matters.
Chest and buys.
So they essentially bought up all the gear, and so the way I like to equate it to people is like the ship. Okay, so we can talk about gear all day, but sometimes in some cases you're not going to be able to get gear. And when I was on the ship, we had a weight room, which was awesome, but it was pretty much occupied almost all the time, right? And then so we had treadmills. I spent a lot of time on the treadmills, but one of the things that you can learn to do is body weight training. Right? You use your own body weight to train you. Like if I do a push-up right now, I'm lifting 200 pounds. Colin does a push-up. He's lifting 80. So, I mean, there's a big difference there. No, seriously, though. Think about it.
I know. I have my kids sit on me. I have my kids sit on me.
Yeah.
Well,
so I mean,
but I got the youngest now sitting on me. The older ones they're heavier.
They're a little heavy.
They're heavy now.
But I mean, that's one way that you can, let's say you can't get gear, right? Some of the best gear that you can get though for at-home training is just a simple little dumbbell set, right? There are so many different free-form exercises that you can do without taking up a ton of space with just having two dumbbells, right? The little ones, the individual ones, right? Those things are fantastic because if you just get a set, it costs you maybe $70 like total.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine because there's just a ton of exercises you can do. And then use your body weight against you. You don't need a fancy machine in order to do exercises. You just need a little space. Knock, knock, knock.
That's right.
Dad! Dad!
So there's the construction I was talking about.
Great job.
It's only going to get louder, I'm assuming. So
yeah, louder.
Yeah. So other than that, so the gear I'm currently using, I got the weight vest for running. I've got the workout bench for just core strength. I've got treadmill. I've got the treadmill for running indoors on.
Right.
If I'm not running outside. That's kind of where I'm at. So I've kind of got I don't have a big, sweet, awesome workout regime.
You also missed the other awesome thing that I have. It's very small, but it is so cool. I hook my bicycle into it.
Oh,
and
your
my
little
bike is now a
rack.
stationary bike.
Yeah, your little stationary bike. I was gonna say, when are you talking about that flexor thing you put between your knees? That was.
I'm supposed to do that for physical therapy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're called clamshells. I'm supposed to do those every day.
What was that big fad? Suzanne Summers, I want to say.
Yeah, Suzanne Summers. She was doing that, and Chuck Norris was doing the Bowflex.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would team up, and they would do Thigh Master.
The Thigh Master? Thigh Master?
Thigh Master.
The Thigh Master. Yeah, there you go. Thigh Master.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
So yeah, I don't have a stand for my bike, so that's one thing I will be lacking in. But come winter, come snow, because we're in Colorado. Let's be honest, you can usually still get out on a bike ride in the afternoon. Like it gets warm, or the snow has already melted.
True. Well, and you could play. The first time I played golf was in January out here. I mean, the weather here is great, but a lot of people don't have that.
Yes,
especially our listeners up in Vancouver.
That's correct.
There's so many of them.
Vancouver is kind of mild though. It's kind of mild.
Is it? I don't know.
It's not like the rest of Canadian winter. Alberta, all you Albertans listening, they're all the ones that, unless they get a Chinook wind. But anyone in Saskatchewan.
What about on Ontario?
Ontario, yeah, they're bad over there because there's ice storms from the Great Lakes, and
we had a couple listeners pop up in Toronto. So
there
are New York listeners, like our New York listeners. They're stuck like real winter. You know what I mean? Like it gets cold and then it stays cold for 8 months, and then it's okay.
So that's the current gear that I'm working with. I'll probably look at doing a stand for my bike, just so if I can get a new street bike or something, then I'll look at doing a stand as well with it, because then I can have that hooked up and pedal all winter. That's kind of where I'm.
So they are sold out of bikes though. Like bike shop I went to that fixed mine, they were like, I asked them if they had any triathlon bikes or they had anything in that regard, and they're like, no, no. The only one we can get you costs $3,000. It's like, no thanks. That's not happening.
I will give you $29 for it instead. How does that sound?
I will get you a dozen donuts.
So that's the gear I'm currently working with. We'll talk more about gear and have some other tips and just training exercises and such, because we're going to focus a lot on indoors coming soon. So
focus on. Well, I'm already focused on indoors.
Oh yes, you are.
I'm already here, buddy.
Yes, okay? You are. Yes, you are.
All right. So hey, we're the fattest guys in the room, and if you don't know who we are or what we're about, go to chubrun.com. or fattestguysintheroom.com or fattestgirlintheroom.com, because sometimes Colin and I, we like to embrace our feminine side, okay? So if you don't know who we are, but we're talking about indoor fitness. And so today we're talking about gear, cool gear. Go get you a face mask that can keep you cool, because those things are not going away anytime soon. I'm collecting them like Beanie Babies. I told you this, right? Like I have the Domino's one, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Josh.
I'm Colin.
And we're the fattest guys in the room. And yeah, it's getting depressing because I can't go outside. Someone donate me a knee. we're the fattest guys in the room.
Bye.